Hey, what's up, St. Lucia? Good morning. Of course, I'm your girl, Chayla. You're watching this morning on your number one station, DBS. And with me, I have Willie Chin, who is a world traveler. He's a DJ, part of the Black Chinese family. You may or may not know that he's produced for people like Drake and Bruno Mars. All right, so this ain't no little person we have here, but as you can see, he's calm, cool, and collected. And Willie, how you doing today?
Don't know, glad to be in St. Lucia. Good morning. Good morning.
Right here on DBS, I'm telling you. How you enjoying the island?
Yeah, the island's nice. The sun is hot, but not too hot, you know. And the fresh bread is good.
All right, so wait, did they give you some real local bread, Creole bread?
Yeah, from the airport, we stop off at the place, get the fresh bread, cheese, and
Now you had real Lucian living.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, as I said, we know you're a world traveler. And if I'm not correct, a little birdie told me that you just recently did a show in London, Mixed Pack, right?
yeah, it was a sound clash, Red Bull Culture Clash. Had four different sounds. Like the made the sounds is like a garage sound, grime scene sound, the reggae sound, and hip hop sound. I was actually on the hip hop side with Wiz Khalifa. Then they had Mixed Pack with Popcorn, Mataran, Cranium, and thing. So it was good.
Good vibes. Now, tell everybody about your beginnings with music.
Started a long time ago. Well, I used to listen to Super Dubs. My older cousin, he used to make me record his mix shows when he was DJing on the radio. Then I was like, yo, all right, cool. I went to a couple house parties and I heard the other DJs. I was like, damn, I could do better than this. So I tried and it went from there. Did like weddings, warehouse parties, clubs. Then now I'm here traveling the world.
Great. And tell us about Black Chinese and that movement.
Black Chinese industry right now, you know, from well, mainly music, you know, productions. I know you mentioned Drake, Controller, if people don't know, Too Good, Rihanna, Bruno Mars, Buju Banton, Mavado, Cartel. It's like, too much to list, you know, you have to go on Google and check it out. But yeah, like we started out as a mixtape and then went into production and we're here right now. We're just trying to lock the world, you know, trying to tap into new industries. You know, we started in the reggae industry, tapping into some soca, tapping into hip hop. If we go country, we can go country too. You know, just anywhere, no limits.
Nice. Now, with you getting into, being a DJ and doing everything that you do now, how important is having a support team? Because I know even, when you're young, if you're going to say, hey, I want to go into music, I want to be a DJ, usually you just find people have this objection, it's not a career and whatnot. So how did you overcome that?
Yeah, well, you know, there's a lot of bad men out there, a lot of people that don't believe in what you're doing. But you just have to just work hard, put your 100 into it, and eventually you weed them out or stand the test of time, and if you love it, do it. You understand? Yeah. And you can live off of it. And it won't feel like work because you love what you're doing.
Exactly. And I think that's the big difference between having a job and then just enjoying something that is actually your career, because you're passionate about it, so it really does not feel like work at all.
Exactly my point. Like, I'll do this for free. And I have done free shows too. But yeah, I'd do it for free if I had to, you know? Like, wake up, go on these planes, mash up them dancer, go in the studio for hours and hours, lose sleep, don't see my family for weeks. And still would do it for free.
And how do you balance that? Your family life and work life, obviously you're world traveling, so that must be difficult.
Yeah, you never get used to it, but you just have to stay in contact, you know, WhatsApp, FaceTime, emails, you know what I mean? And like right now the world's connected. Your phone roam. It's not like back in the days you leave and can't get in contact, you know? So everything's a little bit easier now.
Great. Now, of course, we know you're doing some big work. Like we mentioned, you've worked with artists like Drake and Bruno Mars, and you're all over. So how do you manage to stay grounded?
Well, honestly, I don't feel I reached nowhere yet. So that's probably why. I'm still working. There's still more to go get.
All right, you see how he is so humble, and that's the attitude you need. So, anybody aspiring, not just maybe in music, but has that dream and something that they're passionate about and want to go after it, what would you say to them right now?
Yeah, like I said earlier, just put your full 100 into it. And if you love it, do it. And great things will come out of it, Just don't stop. Like if you stop, that's when you're in problems.
Super. Well, listen, words straight from Willie Chin, y'all. You heard it right here, first exclusive with This Morning. So keep it locked. We'll be right back. Hey St. Lucia, welcome back. Of course, you're watching This Morning right here on DBS. I'm your host, Shayla Mendes, and this is Jonelle. Of course, no stranger to the camera. How are you doing, hon?
I'm doing great. It's good to be here. Good to be chatting with you.
Yeah, and listen, we are at Serenity Park. It is so breezy, it's relaxing, just a great setting and a great moment to chat about social media. And we all know you are like a guru when it comes to social media. At least in my mind, you are. So,
Thank you.
Jonelle is going to tell us why it is important to have a presence on social media, especially if you are a creative.
Okay, so just to get into that whole guru talk, basically a lot of the stuff that I know about social media, it's stuff that I've learned, stuff that I've studied, not in a school setting, but of course we live in a digital world. So anything that you'd like to know, Google or any other search engine that you like, you can find that information out. So a lot of the stuff that I've learned in the last year came out of a conference that I attended in London called NMEU, right, which is a social media movement, and it spoke about so many different aspects. That world is so broad. It was like, whoa, like so much is happening. And the most important thing when you think about social media is that you have to realize that social media is a conversation. Most of the times when we think about it, we want to set it up, we want it to be prepped, we want it to be perfect, but basically it's an inside look into your life, into a business, whether it be an artist or just traditional business on the whole. So the focus really and truly when it comes to social media for me is on the artist / creative side. So it's very important. We no longer can accept the fact that we live in St. Lucia. We live in the world, and that's a very important thing, because when you post and when you type that post and you take that picture and you click send, it is going around the world. Okay, you can have privacy settings, you can choose and pick and all of that stuff. Hey, well, guess what? If a friend that falls into your group lives in China and you post from St. Lucia, you have left St. Lucia and gone to China. All right, so that is something very important to consider. And for me, when it comes to that side of things, I like to keep it positive, because I find that sometimes it's so easy, and especially too with certain trends that you see nowadays, to just spread something that's sensational. Somebody is upset about something, they're mad about a service provider, or something happened and everybody is just spreading like wildfire. But then you see someone who is passionate, let's say maybe about designing swimwear, and while it is great to say, hey girl, this swimsuits look amazing, the same way you'd click share for that negative thing and be part of that negative conversation, click share twice for that positive conversation, because the reach, especially with hashtags, is so broad. You really never know what can happen. And at Dubs Did It Music, we see so many examples of what that hashtag and what that social media presence can do. So of course, being export ready, wanting to take your product to the world, your social media pages is a place to start.
Now, with social media, of course, the reach, as you said, is global. So if you even look at the trends now with major companies, even right here in our own island, St. Lucia, a lot of the businesses are realizing, again, as advertising and marketing keeps evolving, that they now have to become so active on social media as well, because this is where the movement is. This is where you reach the masses. So social media management now becomes very important. So tell us, break down a little bit of what is social media management for us.
Okay, so it's very easy to start a page. It's very easy to, whether it be on Facebook, it's easy to open a YouTube channel, it's easy to get on Instagram. But where it comes to being disciplined is the maintenance of your presence on those networks. So some people may say, oh, well, I don't have a social page because it's too much work. If you set up what you call your social media calendar and decide, well, hey, I'm going to put in X number of hours a week developing my social media pages, whichever platform that you use. And it's good to do a little research to find out which platform is best for you. In the music world, they say you definitely want to be on YouTube. Instagram is definitely the place for you to be, and Facebook, and more so on Twitter in the international world. You know, Twitter usually gets a backseat, but when it comes to the international forums that speak about music and social media, they tell you that Twitter is definitely a place you want to be. So that, because social media is a conversation, Chayla can post a picture about beautiful St. Lucia and someone will comment, where is that? The most important thing is that it's not for Chayla to become a slave to Facebook and decide, well, oh boy, if she asks where is this at 10 o'clock, at 10:01 she needs an answer. No, Chayla has decided that her social media page time is 10 o'clock every day. So the next day at 10 o'clock she answers, hey, this is actually in Serenity Park in St. Lucia in the Caribbean. So it makes it seem like a lot, but management and being disciplined and having a schedule is really what it is all about. That's where the management side of social media comes from.
Listen, this is why social media and social media management is important, and people tend to get so overwhelmed at the thought, but with pre-planning before you just jump right into it, it will really help you. And again, you can't get it any better now because we just had social media management made easy with Jonelle. So listen, all our creators out there, take this serious. We're in a era where we can create our own opportunities. So from just having a really solid presence on social media can get you opportunities where people will pay you to do what you love to do. So what more can you ask for? So hey, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. The Rio Olympics excitement is everywhere, and last week Friday, Constitution Park was a place to be with Flo as they took in some of that action. So we'll check that out.
This is a show of support to our 5 Olympians who are right now in Rio. We want to, really say to our athletes that we support them, that we're here to cheer them on, we're here to encourage them, and that all of St. Lucia teams, whatever discipline that it is, they are represented here today. And we're here to show that show of support to our Olympians. This is really encouraging to the Department of Youth Development and Sports, just to know that our athletes have all rallied out today and have come to show their support to 758, our 758 Olympians. It's always good. That's why this is what we do. This is our work. These are the people in whose lives that we're investing so much resources, and it's great to see all of them out here. I think they must be about 100 strong this morning, and so it's great to have them here with us. You see, all of them are dressed in the 758 flag shirts, which we are encouraging the public to come out and purchase. Of course, the ministry provides that to them. We have 20 minutes of jazzercise that's going to take place right now. There is the 758 Olympic program. This is just the launch of all of this. The 758 Olympic program, which is going to be held throughout the Olympic period. We have established an Olympic village up at the Department of Youth Development and Sports. And so therefore they are highly incentivized to actually be here today. And so we're hoping that they, out of their own patriotic values and that virtue that they are here, and they will provide that support because they are 758 champions themselves. But I think they are highly motivated and there are many incentives for them.
Cable and Wireless Communications is very proud to be a broadcast sponsor of Olympics this year, 2016. This year we will be bringing the events to our customers in the comfort of their living rooms while they're on the go, or if they're at work on their PC. How are we able to accomplish that? In addition to our sports channel, Flow Sports, we've also incorporated 3 additional Olympic channels. Now the focus will be on our Caribbean athletes. In the past, we've seen the games and we get an overview perspective of everything that is happening, which is excellent. But we feel left out somewhat, having received some feedback from our customers and so on, and we felt that it was important to highlight what our Caribbean athletes are doing, what our St. Lucian athletes are doing, and in particular, our ambassador Laverne is doing. I mean, she's the #1 high jumper for the Caribbean. So this year there'll be a lot of content which focus on our Caribbean athletes and how will our customers be able to access the content, because we are forever evolving our customers' entertainment experience. I'm encouraging everybody to download your Flow to Rio Extra app. You get information on the go, anywhere, anytime. In addition to that, you go to our Flow to Rio website. Again, you get access to the athletes, stats, and additionally the channels, Flow Sports plus 3 additional channels. Over the next couple of days, via radio, we will be informing our customers via our various platforms which channels they could access the Olympics. It is very exciting, and the purpose of this today is to create the awareness and help St. Lucians wish our athletes well. We are so excited, and it's our commitment to continue to transform lives within our communities and the rest of the Caribbean.
Hey, well, between the athletes marching, the Flow flash mob, and Mr. Anthony George showing us his moves, it was definitely a very patriotic but extremely fun event. Now, this is the time where we go our separate ways for the day, but remember, we started you off in the know. It's a positive day. We have a beautiful day out, so just go out and create a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.